We're live. Looks like that's going as well. Cool. I don't actually know how to find the... Oh, there we go. Do-do-do. Ah, well, whatever. All right. I really need to like figure out how to... Do I have enough? I might actually have enough give that I can turn this around. That would be helpful. Nice. That's a little better. I can see what's happening on the screen. Okay. Ah, Well, let me adjust that again. This is probably... I might want to grab the longer one later, but it's good for now. Okay, let's see how that looks. So I'm actually still in the process of setting up and getting everything ready. Hope audio is good and everything. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. I have that. I have that. Did I miss? Okay, so I am still in the process of setting up, which I guess is fine. So we'll see how this goes. I'll go ahead and just get my stuff going. Which is why I actually, importantly, have my laptop over here, because there's just a lot of stuff I gotta check up on. I gotta get all my recording ready, but that's not something I need to do yet. So let's see. Fulfillment. No, that's not what I want. What the hell did I put those? Okay, well, whatever. That should be okay. Yeah, okay. Looks like everything is live, looks like everything works, and we're good to go over here. Let's go ahead and set up and get things. All right. Okay, so I guess for now, I will be getting all my stuff set up, which means I need to I got a rotisserie chicken. Probably want to put that one on a plate, right? Guess I should set up a little thing that says what's going on. Maybe? Whatever, I don't care enough. It's fine. Ooh, it's still warm. Okay, I have that on. Okay, may as well get all the recordings turned on and ready to go. I don't accidentally forget to turn it on, because that is the worst thing. Cool, that's going. Mic hot. Camera 1 and camera 2. Cool. Let me press the button just in case it did an autofocus thing. Yeah, thought it did. Okay. So, get our rotisserie chicken. And I'm going to need all kinds of stuff. just gonna set everything out for now. And beyond that, we'll arrange it later. Oh, this cabbage is, ooh. I'll cut it, it's fine. Got our parsley over here. Thyme. I had a list. I should have figured out my list. Okay. These over. Bring my trash can over. What else do I got? All right. It's kind of funny. It's actually perfectly fine inside. Yep, that's how cabbage works. Crazy, right? I think a lot of food gets tossed a little too quickly. There are certain things that you definitely, like bread mold, you don't want to mess with that. Cabbage you can peel off. It's like onion, you know, because it's about layers. Get rid of those layers, you're good to go, really. I think the interesting thing is I will have to take the camera that I have over there and use it to film some stuff. So I guess we'll be able to see moving that. And that has the long wire, so that should be easy. I should get a towel by my side too. Make life a little easier too. Okay, so I needed the chicken, the pork, garlic, ginger, onion. Nice. Cool. These garlic pieces are a little small. I don't know. Well, I guess the good thing is that I don't actually need to cut it that much. Some things I'll cut for the camera, but otherwise, should be all right. Garlic, ginger, onion, parsley. Yeah, it's pretty simple, huh? It's a umami bomb. Then I guess some green onions. Cool. All right, let's see. Green onions. Thyme. Pork. I guess the first thing I can start with then is just gonna be... Oh, shit. Take all the ingredients out, put them where they need to be. I think the thing is, here we're just using real ingredients, right? I feel like a lot of these other companies will just kind of use, oh, yeah, dab that on top. I'll give it a nice color, a nice little shine to it. You know, I don't really believe in the whole food stylist thing. It's like, if I'm gonna do food styling, I'll just, you know, just do it with like the real ingredients that you're gonna eat. Just make them look good. Wild concept, I know. What we're going to be doing here is putting everything together, little by little. And discussing about how all the flavors kind of came about and how we designed these flavors, because it's actually really hard. It is actually extraordinarily difficult to make these flavors and do it right. I'm actually gonna throw some plastic wrap on top of the chicken so it doesn't dry out. I think it's the thing that will dry out the easiest here, so that'll help keep everything good. Just got a lot of stuff. Oh, shh. I gotta set up. Figured it's probably a good idea to just let everything settle in and set up. We're going to be covering the 4 flavors that we have today, or our core 4 flavors, and how they were all designed, and all the stuff that we had to think about along the way, and stories of where all of it came from. What's up, Deku? We will not be beating this meat today, actually. I guess you could beat pork belly. That is something you could do. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, and I need to beat it. Ooh, that thyme smells good. Yeah, I could probably go over here just fine. I need to get like a little spritz bottle or something that I can just like keep spraying all this. It's going all right. I mean, I just started getting everything set up. I'm going to be trying to do a thing I've been wanting to do for a while, which is just talk about all of our flavor designs and how all of it came about. Because like, thing is, this stuff is hard to do, right? Like, healthy food is not something that is easy. Healthy food is something that, like, I feel like a lot of people just don't, you know, you think about healthy food and you're not like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna be the most delicious thing in the world. If you say, this is good for you, that usually automatically means, oh shit, I think it's gonna taste terrible. And to be fair, that is kind of what happened with Vite at the start. Let me move this thing. I swear to God. I like this in the foreground, but it is the most annoying thing to adjust so that it doesn't like block the view. Oh, shh! Did I disconnect anything? No? Cool. Lower jaws for flavors. Yeah, oh man, you have no idea. It is, the amount of like stuff we've had to do is like actually insane. I do find all of this kind of funny in a way because like I just like bought this stuff from Safeway, right? Like I feel like normally if you want to present food and things like that, people are like, oh yeah, you gotta hire like food stylists and things like that, and it's just like, oh yeah, like food stylists, you know, where they put like they use like motor oil to represent stuff, and I'm just sitting here going like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna use the actual food. Just gonna get stuff from the market, and like these packs that I'm gonna be using and I'm opening and I'm gonna be using to present everything and show everything. That's just stuff that I just came off the line. This is the same stuff that would be being shipped to anyone else. Cardboard to hold the levels? What? I'm gonna need some clarification on that. You're dropping stuff I don't get. These. Maybe I'll get a second cutting board to hold the layers. Cardboard. Okay, I'm still not getting it. That's fine. You kids and your lingo nowadays. Actually, that's a lie. I'm very Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just, yeah. I personally, so here's the thing, right? I'm using real food. I'm using real food, real ingredients, just like stuff that I got from Safeway. I didn't even select it, man. Like this stuff I got from a DoorDasher, right? I had it delivered so that it wouldn't be like, oh yeah, no, I'm just only selecting the best. I got a DoorDasher, and not to play into stereotypes, but a guy who might have not really known produce that well because when I was getting mushrooms, I was going to have more varieties of mushrooms because we actually do use a variety of mushrooms in our broths. And he brought me moldy mushrooms. So yeah, we're doing things. And you look at this green onion, it's seen better days, but I'm still gonna shoot the commercials and the ads and everything with this because this is what you get, man. This is the stuff you get from the grocery store, or if you DoorDash or whatever. And I want to show what you can actually do and actually see, and not just, oh yeah, this is like, a fantasy version. You think you gotta at minimum take a look and make it isn't garbage? Yeah, but that's do be like that sometimes. You really do. Okay, so that's, yeah, I think I'll actually remove this for now because I don't need it until later. We have more room to work with. It can go there. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That way I can have cutting board over here. For meat. That's what you wanted to see, right? That might be a little small, actually. It's a little small for the meat. What an interesting chopping board. I wonder what, I know, right? Wow, maybe I should use this one too. Sandwich. It's about how you use it. Okay, I'm just gonna use another cutting board. You know what's actually funny? Before I started making cutting boards for VTubers and stuff, I didn't actually have my own cutting board. I had like the cheapest bamboo cutting boards that you could find. That was the extent of my cutting boards. And now I have a lot of them. Cool. This way I can also keep my meat and my not meat separate. I will have to figure, like, this is fundamentally, just this is for pictures and showing stuff and that sort of thing. Still setting up on that sort of stuff. But it's like afterwards, because like I'm showing it in a raw form right now. But afterwards, it's like I'll have to figure out some way to cook it off. Will I do that tonight? No, probably not, because this I want to smoke this. Smoking, that is incredible. So probably do smoked ribs. Maybe I'll smoke the pork belly too. That might be good. Actually, what did they get me? Did they even get me pork belly? Yes. Okay. Look, sometimes you can never tell, all right? Sometimes you could really never tell. Ooh, there we go. It is kind of a thin pork belly. It's kind of a weird pork belly, I'm not gonna lie. It's like really, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll cut it along with this. Get a little bit of, get the skin off over here. I don't know if you guys can see too well. I don't want to adjust that camera right now. Sorry. But I'm going to be getting the skin off of this. Silver skin. when you're preparing pork ribs, like it actually does add an interesting snap if you like that sort of thing. But most of the time, you want to get rid of this. It's like top layer skin over here. This like silver skin stuff here. Fisheye cooking. I could. You know, buy a 360 camera, or like do some like weird like strap. I have like a bunch of GoPros that could. Oh, jeez. See that? Gotta peel that off. I will say I did not do it in the most efficient way. I probably could have done it better, but like whatever. Oh no, I'm gonna lose my Michelin star, guys. Lose my Michelin star. Yeah. See that? Makes for a more tender rib eating experience. A little bit nicer. There we go. One peel. Look at that. Pretty nice, huh? Yeah? Yeah. Michelin starred instant ramen. I mean, like, I want to point out, technically, Michelin stars go to restaurants. They don't go to food. They don't go to chefs. So, like, even when like people are like, ah, yes, they're like a 3 Michelin star chef or whatever, that's technically not correct. You know? That is... Oh, man, I just sharpened this knife. It is so nice. It is fresh. It is so sharp. Yeah, I'm going to cut this too. Oh, it's so sharp. Oh, it's so nice. I'm going to cut it into strips, or one more strip here at least. Oh, man. Even a paring knife being this sharp. Ooh. Woof. Which also, if you want, we are running a deal where you can get this paring knife for 50% off. You bundle it with other things. I'm allowed to shill. It's my own company. It's my own channel. Yeah, that looks nicer. Cool. I'm gonna go wash the disease off of these knives. Honestly, like nowadays, you don't really get that many diseases off of raw meat. Funnily enough, what actually gets you the most amount of disease tends to be, oh god, what do you call it? Vegetables, raw vegetables. So, salads are the leading cause of things like E. coli and even salmonella. So, things that you would normally think, oh yeah, you get this foodborne illness from pork. You get this foodborne illness from chicken. You're actually much more likely to get it from spinach or lettuce in a salad. So, don't eat salad, folk. I guess that is the lesson if you're super afraid of foodborne illness. Norovirus too. Most of those kind of like foodborne illnesses actually get like killed really, really quickly by heat. So any amount of cooking usually will take care of it. But that's why salads and raw preparations are the most dangerous. One of the annoying things about sharpening a knife a little too much is that like you're just like trying to wash it and then it's just like it just touches the sponge a little bit and you're like, well, now my sponge is cut. Even you're going against the edge and that sort of stuff and yeah. Anyway. Okay, so today I will be filming ads, and I would actually like some audience participation. So What I mean by filming ads is that fundamentally these cameras are recording, and I'm going to be turning these into both YouTube Shorts and with ads. And I am a reactive person because I have ADHD. So when I just try to go, I'm going to sit here and try to tell a story about how things went, I completely blank out. But when you ask me questions, suddenly I can answer and I can talk all day about it. So what I would like you guys to do is to ask questions about the flavors, about how things were developed, how things were made, and otherwise help me out a little on being able to tell the story of Vite, which is something I have not really done very well before. That's actually why I have all these ingredients out here right now. All these ingredients are here because I think one of the things that people don't really understand, one of the things that people don't know, Ash, let me get rid of that. One of the things that people don't know about Vite is that, oh, okay, let me try again. One of the things that people don't know about Vite, see, this is why I'm struggling, man. One of the things that people don't know about Vite is that all of our flavors actually just use real ingredients. All these ingredients that you see in front of you, these are just the real versions of what gets dehydrated and then be put into the pack. The nutrients, the broth powder, that just dehydrated scallion, dehydrated mushroom, onion, all the other instant ramen out there, the mass majority of them and all the current like instant, all the other, high protein ones that, came after us, because we're by far the oldest. We actually proved the concept and everything through Kickstarter, through our own facility, when people told us it couldn't be done. And we still produce it with real ingredients. And that's also why it does take longer and we get hit by more supply chain problems, because it is a lot harder to go, like we gotta get the miso. Oh, the miso is affected by international things. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait because we don't want to diminish the quality, right? We don't want to go, yeah, sorry. You guys don't get the real ingredients anymore. You don't get the actual dehydrated, ingredients here. All you get is salt and some flavorings. I just want to point out, that doesn't mean I think artificial flavoring is bad. In fact, artificial flavoring and natural flavoring, that sort of stuff, they're not bad at all. I just personally believe in building up flavors from the ground up using the real ingredients so that when you actually drink the broth, you can tell a difference in the mouthfeel, in the fullness, in the complexities and subtleties of the broth. That's why our broths taste like no other broth out there. Also, part of what helps, make this actually taste good, despite the vitamins and minerals, which here's the weirdest thing, right? Why is it that vitamins and minerals taste awful, even though that they're the things that our body needs? That doesn't make any sense. It's part of why we made Vite Ramen in the first place. Because I also have trouble getting all of my vitamins and minerals and eating my vegetables and stuff. And it's look, and all the people, right? All the people out there who are going to be like, oh, just cook it yourself, whatever. I used to be a Michelin star cook. I'm a professional. I graduated culinary school. I went and cooked in some of the hardest places to cook at. I can cook faster than you. Some 3 Michelin star chef who just saw that just went can you? And I'm like, Ash. Actually, you know what? Yeah, come, bring it on. But people were just like, oh yeah, you should just cook it for yourself. It's no. All of us are stressed to hell all the time. I have these skills, I can cook really fast, I can make dishes off the top of my head, and I still don't have time for cooking. So what chance do you got? All those people who are like, yeah, just cook all the time. And it's man, I wish I wish I had as much executive function and as much energy as you have to be able to do that all the time. I do not. I am stressed out. I am busy. I am so tired by the end of the day. So trying to get vitamins, minerals, and trying to cook vegetables so that I actually enjoy them is like, ugh. And that's because I also have sensory issues. Like, people will just be like, yes, just enjoy the vegetables. I do when they're cooked right, when they're made right. That's not always the case. Yeah, so little rant over there. Can't freeze vegetables, but I mean, you can freeze vegetables. Actually, some of the things I will be using today are actually frozen vegetables. One of the things, where did I put all of them? Yeah, like, here, I'll bring them out right now. Obviously, I want to put them back because, like frozen spinach, this stuff is great. The frozen spinach is fantastic because if you've ever had spinach, you boil it or you cook it or whatever, and you get the like sticky feeling on the back of your teeth, it's because of the oxalic acid that is naturally present in spinach. But pre-chopped and tenderized pre-chopped spinach or frozen spinach like this, they actually blanch it for you already. So normally how you would get rid of that is you put it in hot water first and just like heat it a little bit, and that gets rid of the oxalic acid and that goes into the water. But that's just a huge pain. Like, you know, you have to boil a completely separate thing of water and then dunk the spinach in and then take it out and strain it before you go do anything else with it. Ain't nobody got time for that, you know? Like, just get the frozen spinach. It's gonna be about the same. It's a little bit better actually, because they pick it at, they do pick these at better times because fresh spinach, it has to be picked early in order to get to the grocery store and not go bad. Meanwhile, the frozen stuff, they'll pick at peak ripeness, do the blanch for you, and then it also stays good forever so that it's just ready to go whenever. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. Freeze green salads. I'm pretty sure there is something out there for that right now. Okay. Shit, where was I? What was I doing? I forgot. Eat your green leafy things. I mean, I try. I just went on a rant about why I struggle with that, but okay, let's see. Where was I? I need to. I got some hooks in, I guess, doing that rant, but I need to stare at the screen and look at chat, see what's going on with chat. Can't freeze vegetables, but you can freeze beef, pork, chicken, fish to kill most of the common stuff. That's true. You do need to freeze it for a certain amount of time at a certain temperature, so it's not like you freeze it and it's immediately good to go. Blast chillers for fish are a thing for that reason. And if you freeze it slowly, then it doesn't necessarily get the right texture, or you get the ice crystals that expand and then kind of like ruin your texture. That's one of the things that people don't really like about freezing that much. But yeah, garlic scrape, garlic scapes. Am I reading that wrong? Garlic scapes. They do have this. I love this because I will be actually making stuff with this too because I love it. This is frozen garlic. Unlike if you've had minced garlic in a jar before, it doesn't taste the same. Preserved with oil or whatever, it sort of worked okay, but you don't really get that volatile compound, the sharp brightness of garlic that's fresh peeled. And if you hate peeling garlic like I do, and you still want that garlic flavor, frozen garlic. This is frozen minced garlic. It is amazing. You just you take these, and I'll showcase it later, but you just take these, you pop it out every time you use it, and then it defrosts in whatever you're cooking because you're cooking it, and it just tastes like fresh minced garlic. There's next to no difference. If it's being put in a dish with anything else, you cannot tell the difference. And if you say that you can, you're a liar, honestly. Okay, and here's also one of the things. Dude, the amount of people who lie the amount of people who lie about how good their taste buds are is insane to me. Like, no, you cannot tell the difference between all of these different flavors when like a different neutral oil is used. It's like, no. No. Yeah, you're deluding yourself and you're just trying to make yourself seem a little bit more like, I don't know, like better at tasting or like more skilled than you really are. Like, come on, man. It doesn't matter that much. Above ground stems of garlic. Oh, yeah, garlic, like garlic greens. Yeah. Oh man, oh shit, we're past ramp season, huh? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Also, let me know if like I need to adjust anything about my setup or audio or anything like that, because I genuinely don't really know entirely how things are working all the time. I might just leave this here for now. That's fine. Okay, so how do I want to start? Garlic Z's for Banchan. Yeah. I feel like I was gonna. Okay. All right. I guess I could just like take some photos and stuff right now to start with, because I'm not really sure, right? It's like what I wanted to do, for instance, so like garlic. So I'll probably use that. Okay, so move this, and then I'm gonna like get some plastic wrap down so that my chicken container is my cooked chicken container. This is not good food safety, guys. I just want to point this out. This is the difference between doing stuff for ads versus like actually cooking. This is demonstration for showing how advertisements and stuff work. But like look, if I put this down here, right, then put this here, I got a little bit of separation, huh? I don't need to wash the bottom of that. So, in our garlic pork tonkotsu. Oh, and everyone who's going to be here, I'm going to make the garlic pork tonkotsu. And have you guys had the 3.1 yet? If you've had the 3.1, you might notice it's thicker and it has like more collagen and gelatin in it. If you let it sit even at room temperature, especially with less water, you might have seen it gel up. Actually, I might do that right now, since I have my knives out. So what if oh, is this blocking it? Ah. This is the beauty of setups. It takes so long to set all this stuff up, man. Like, oh my lord. Do I have another with this color? Yes, I think. No, slightly different. I will use these then. Well, now I use the brighter color one. Oh man, this one is like covered in stuff that I put in yesterday. Sharpening stone fluid. It means it's going to be super sharp, right? Ever have a bowl that's just really sharp? Actually, my mom really hates it when I use bowls that have chips in them, because she'll just be like, when you're doing this and you're washing it, you're gonna not pay attention, and then your hand's gonna go across this chip, and then it's gonna slice open your hand. I've had friends who do that, and I'm like, Well, okay, fair, yeah, that can happen. But also, my hands are, got a ridiculous amount of dead skin on it, so I feel like my hands are gonna be able to tank it a little bit better. Just a little. Okay, so 19th congealed ramen salad. No, well, okay. Like the thing is, like these bowls, they're only from like Kickstarter. Like they don't exist anymore. So if they get chipped, I'm not gonna throw it away. That's like, you know, that's history, man. That's history. I should get like a spray bottle and just like keep spraying stuff so it doesn't dry out. Should have done that. Wonder if I can go find a spray bottle right now. I'm pretty sure I have a spray bottle. I'll be right back. I don't know if you got. I think you. No, but fun fact. Another little fun fact is another little trick with food is you can make like the little droplets of water stick around longer by adding just a little bit of glycerin to it. That thickens it up so that it will have better consistency. Re-enamel the bowl, file it. Like the grocery store. You know, when they like spray the, ooh, I should not spray my phone. When they spray all the things and make them all, they look a little nicer and spritz everything. Okay, so, okay, how do I want to do this? I will simply, how many of these do I got? Okay, I got 2 of these, got those. I feel like I should tear out the real packets. There we go, yeah, cool. So, these are real packets. These are real packets of garlic pork tonkotsu. I'm going to put the broth into these bowls, and we'll see what happens. Ah! You ever wondered what the easiest way to make it shake down a little bit so it doesn't flow when you tear it? Yeah. Right? And then I'm just gonna add some water. Alrighty. There's just hot water. I wonder if I can get that camera closer. That way we have a better top-down view. Sort of. Oh, that's hard. Yo, thanks for following, General Troop. There we go. Is that good? I could probably make it even more top down. Let me see what I can do here. Depends on how long my wires are, I guess. Oh, that's so tall. Yeah? Oh. That's pretty good. Yeah. I can't even see what that looks like, but it's too tall. That's good. It's blocking a little light, but that should be fine. Oh, it's actually blocking quite a bit of light. Ingredients are looking spectacular. Thank you. Dude, lighting is so annoying to set up. Oh my god, can I make this taller? No, I can't. Okay, whatever. I don't think anyone else can really notice. There's just like a slight dark spot casting down over there. It's whatever. Whatever. Okay. So we have these. Can you guys see that? Yeah, cool. I'm gonna adjust this a little bit now because I've adjusted the camera. Can't unsee it now. Yeah, sorry. I think I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Boom, there you go. Now you can see more. Hooray. Because I don't really need to adjust that too much. Cool. Yee. So here, it's the pour water. This is just hot water. This came right out of the pack. And we'll be able to see it do some stuff. Afterwards, after we see it gel up, I might add some more so I can do my dumb little joke. I did not measure this, by the way. I didn't measure anything because why would I? I don't measure things. I don't like measuring things. I have to measure things when I'm like doing R&D and stuff, and I hate it. But normally I just don't. I have a vision, right? I have a vision of how this is going to go, so I'm going to add some more hot water. And I am actually going to add a little bit from the VMK. I'm recovering from sick. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you will be able to eat soon. I'm gonna do a little jiggle. I'm gonna make these jiggle. Because there is no other broth. Oh, okay. There's no other broth out there that will do what ours can. You guys will see soon. One of the things I will say is that that is a little bit annoying is protein is hydrophilic. That is to say, it does not like blending with water very well. So as you can see, it gets it gets a little chunkier than we like. But the problem is, if we add an emulsifier, if we add an emulsifier like lecithin, then it also messes with the texture. Functionally, when you actually make this with noodles, it's not that big of a deal because the noodles actually act as a whisk for you. So you would take noodles, right, and you just spin it around a bunch, and boom, that is, yeah. But for now, I'm just going to use one of these. I could use a shaker cup, actually. That'd be, you could do that. OmniFizz? You don't like blending what with water? The broth? You don't like blending yourself with water? Yeah, okay. That's understandable. I too, generally speaking, don't like blending myself with water. I don't like blending myself in a blender, generally speaking, as a rule, but maybe I'll like pour them back and forth a little bit just so that like they even up. You know. I'm just being lazy about it. That's why I'm using this. This is generally speaking how things go. This is like one of the commercials I've wanted to do for a very long time. I promise I will get to storytelling about these later, but I kind of want to. Man, streaming is tiring. Anyone who's like, oh yeah, streaming isn't tiring. Like, don't get me wrong. I know there's the whole discussion of like what is easier, like a real like traditional job or like streaming. But it's like streaming, you do need to be creative. You need to be on, and that is harder than it seems for, you know, different people. My autistic ass has to be performing this entire time. I have to watch how my voice goes, right? Because if I were just to be not on, then it would just not be very entertaining. Then it's just like, okay, well, I'm going to be doing the broth, and we're just going to be doing things, and all right, I'm gonna fully go out of streamer mode for a sec. Okay, so we have the broths, and we're going to be blending them. What we're going to be doing eventually is I'm probably going to go ahead and just transfer them back and forth a little bit so that we have some amount of parity between them. But when we do that, we have to make sure that the amounts for both of them are going to be the same. Otherwise, it is going to cause problems later as well. So. Yeah. I'm shadow banned. Shadow banned from what? What platform? Twitch? I'm shadow banned from Twitch? How the hell am I shadow banned from Twitch? What makes you think I'm shadow banned from Twitch? Searching was difficult. Huh. I mean, I don't necessarily think that's a shadow ban. I think sometimes it's just dumb. Like that just happens, you know? Like, legit, I think it's just dumb. Should probably clean up this mess, huh? Use those noodles later. Also, yeah, you have to type the whole name specifically. Yeah, because like part of the thing too is just that like I don't stream much, so discoverability for me specifically is probably going to be lower than, you know. Use the naked nudes with pasta sauce tonight. It's been going great. Nice. Click the bell and choose the option always instead of personalized. Personalized, yeah. Yeah. You know, it's just because Twitch knows that you hate watching these streams. And so it goes, we're not going to show you the streams. Personalized notification. No, that does just come with the territory of being, yeah, not streaming that often, I guess. I know other people have complained about it before as well. So what we're doing right now is we are actually just waiting for these to cool down, and then I will be doing one of the funny things that I've been wanting to do for a while. And hopefully, yeah. So I'm literally just going to be waiting for these to cool down to room temperature, and then we're going to flip the bowls. That's something you can't do with other ramen. And not even see the always personalized option. Yeah, like watching paint dry. I could put it in the fridge, but I feel like that's cheating. You know what? I'm putting it in the fridge. This is a live stream, so you guys will know, but the edit will not. So the fun thing about this is that I don't even need to put these in the fridge, technically. I was thinking about, oh yeah, like if I let them chill on camera, that proves more. But like I genuinely don't think it's enough of a difference and or people care enough that like, yeah, I guess this way I can just do other stuff meanwhile. That's a good call. It is very much I guess it's one of those things that like it proves that we have like real stuff, right? You don't have there's one I prepared early because no, that's the thing. I was thinking about doing that, but I wanted to prepare it live on stream so everyone could see it and there's like solid proof. I don't know. I'm like, I know a lot of people fake a lot of things, right? And I'm sitting here always being like, I want to show and prove that we are doing it for real. I understand that these kind of things, most people are not going to go, I think you faked that. You probably, you faked, you put a thickening gel powder in the, I don't know. But like, still, like, to me, I think that matters because the autism, I guess. Yeah, put one. Cool. Oh my God, what else was I gonna do? Okay, so fundamentally today, I want to be showing the ingredients that go into the garlic pork tonkotsu, the roasted soy sauce chicken, the vegan white miso, and the woodland umami mushroom. So we'll start with the garlic pork tonkotsu, I guess, which is, why did I put away the packets? This is a stream and you don't have to adhere to a timeline, yeah. So let me put on like Like there's a, I find it funny, right? There is like there's different voices and different masks for each different thing that you're doing. So for instance, me talking to you guys like this is going to be like the stream voice. It is energetic. It fluctuates up and down, but it's not overly so. I'll put it on roller coasters. Sometimes it'll go a little higher, a little more energetic, and sometimes it will go lower. But when we're doing something for YouTube Shorts, you'll actually hear how my voice changes because I start putting on the YouTube voice. Watch this. This is the garlic pork tonkotsu, and we're going to show you exactly what goes in it. Now, what goes in? Now, your packet of ramen is not going to be able to do this because it doesn't use the real ingredients like we do. See, we actually put things like we put actual things like the. I did mention I was filming an ad. And do you see why also I have to do so many takes for these ads? Because it's not a natural way of speaking. I guess some people can normally, but like that is exhausting and difficult to do, man. Like, you're exposing our autistic secrets. I'm gonna make a super class. Yeah, go for it. So funny thing is, one of the things that is interesting is one of the reasons I like to live stream this and or when filming shorts or ads, I like, for instance, to talk with Yongyi while doing it is because I actually have a very big problem when I know I can do retakes. The subconscious mind, and this is one of those things where my twin brother also has ADHD, autism, and actually diagnosed with OCD. I most likely have a form of OCD as well. It manifests primarily as things with cleanliness, about food and washing my hands and sensory issues in that way. But another thing that gets really problematic is if I'm filming a 1 minute short, most people are like, oh, you just read the script, 1 minute, you're good. I will redo a line and compulsively can't finish it for a ridiculously long amount of time. And it gets incredibly frustrating to watch. And I'm watching myself do this, and I might seem eloquent and coherent right now because I'm forcing my subconscious brain to understand there's a live audience, there's a live stream. You can't just keep redoing takes. But when I'm doing it by myself, especially, I just keep redoing the takes and I can't stop myself from not doing it. You saw a little bit of that already. When I do that alone, that single line, I might say like that for 15 minutes. So filming just a few shorts, even if I have a script, and things like that is exhausting because I can see myself compulsively fucking up, compulsively unable to stop myself from repeating these words and thinking this is not the exact way I want to do it. And it's not even about doing it the exact way. It's about just something in my brain does not work and I just can't say the line for whatever reason. But live audience, something like that, I'm forced to do it, and it works for some reason. So, yeah. Do you have to do a bunch of takes with the nude water? Yeah, every time I do any kind of film, I have to do a ridiculous amount of takes. That's actually why I generally, if you watch things, I'll be doing VOs because I don't want to waste everyone's time with me doing all the actions correctly, but having to just redo a line multiple times. And in that, I'm like, even if you look at this, I'm trying to just talk about the pork, right? And make real pork. And I just stumbled over the line. I have the subconscious idea of what the line needs to be, of what the line should be. And I'm not living up to that. Do I consciously know what it is that I'm trying to do and what that line needs to be like? No, I have no idea. I don't know what satisfies that part of my brain. And it sucks, honestly. It sucks a lot of the time. If I'm working with other actors, if I'm working with other actors, I'm working with other people, this isn't a problem. And that's why I actually loathe filming by myself so much, because seeing hours wasted over a few lines is like the worst feeling. And it's this compulsive thing that I have a lot of trouble controlling. I haven't been able to find exactly what it is. It's not exactly stuttering. There's something I found called, I think they call it clustering or something. That might be something similar, but it's not exactly the case either. I don't know. It just sucks. Yeah, and it's not even like, I don't know if it's even getting it right necessarily, because it's not like I said, it's not like I have this very specific idea of what I want it to be. It's just, yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was doing the lines for that. Oh, I should, if I'm gonna be doing that, I should remove the plastic wrap off this chicken. Oops. And I'll get a new one later. And I will hide that plastic wrap underneath. Aha, look at that, movie magic. All right. Take however long. This is our garlic pork. This is our garlic pork tonkotsu, and it is unlike any other ramen that you'll see, because we use actual pork, actual chicken, and actual ingredients in here. I'll show you in a sec, but you'll be able to see where it gels, and the collagen and gelatin in there you cannot fake in any other way. No other ramen has it like this. And not make a mess of it. Dude, okay, here's the thing, right? If I did not learn how to use plastic wrap well, and I'm still not very good at plastic wrap compared to like some of the people I've worked with, dude, they will beat your ass if you're not plastic wrapping really tight and well in the professional kitchen. Because if you're not wrapping it well, fundamentally that means if you're not wrapping it well, then fundamentally things are going to spoil faster. And you know, if you're wasting a Michelin star restaurant's money, they're not going to be very happy with you. Okay, I did that line. And then, yeah, I think you can see this via that camera there, but I'm not entirely sure. So I might do something, unhook that, and then do like a quick B-roll pass. Or just like set this on top. I might just set this on top. Because I need to, what are my notes? I have notes. I keep forgetting. I have notes. Okay, so the actual ingredients in here, it's gonna be, yeah, I got some onion, ginger, parsley. Right? Yeah, that looks nice. In terms of composition, we actually want that on the opposite sides. So I could probably move the knives. Pork stock, chicken, garlic, ginger, onion, white pepper. Do I have white pepper? Do I have whole white pepper? I might have forgotten that. It's whatever. I have a whole black pepper. But I don't remember. I think we do actually use a little bit of black pepper in there. And I'm out of white pepper too. Ah, look at that. That's not focusing, but like, oh dear. Whatever. I'm gonna put this because it looks nice. It is. I mean, white pepper and black pepper are in the same family. So. Different cuts, different knives. I did do a stream once of something. I forgot exactly what, but I used every single knife. And I had to watch every single knife. It was kind of annoying, but you know. Oh man, if you look at this, this is kind of like a amuse douche, cartouche. Fuck, what's the French word for it? The bouquet garni. That's it. It's got the bouquet garni thing going on. Bouquet garni. All right. Okay, I might push that forward a little bit, and then. Okay, then how does that look on my camera? Oh my god, it is impossible to see. It is so tall. Okay, yeah, no, I think the best thing I can do over here right now is to actually take it off the mount and manually bring it around a little bit. Whee. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Hopefully I don't knock anything over. Here you get to see the back of my head. Oh, shh! I knocked something over. It's funny because, like, once again, right? These are like old onions too. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just use these like whatever onions, you know. Garlic, parsley, pepper, chicken. Oh, that's a chicken ass over there. Guys, I think that looks kind of ass. Spin it around. Yeah, rotisserie. Oh man, we are rotating the rotisserie chicken. Right, I need some in vertical, I need some in horizontal. Hey guys, should I crack open a beer? Do you think that'll help? Okay, let me hit another ankle. Not ankle, angle. What was that? Do you want a beer? Yeah, fuck it. I think the thing is, if I take like diagonal angles, I can use them in both vertical and horizontal. Oh yeah, look at that chicken. Let's roll it that way. Do you mind if I show? Yeah. So all the wires I have. That's you guys. Hi. Say hello to yourselves. Thank you. Look at my setup. It is a little janky, you know, like I got that light over there. I got this setup over here, right? I got like This is like all of my lighting equipment and stuff. Got more equipment here and wires. I knocked that over. That knocked over. Then I have to have like this over here, and then I block this off with like all this. It is, ugh, yeah. Okay, I probably have enough footage of that. That's probably fine, and I can. Oh, geez, how do I? This is hard. How did? How do I remount this? This is very tall. That? I think so. Yeah. Oh, that's hard. Okay, focus. Focus. What do you want, Maggie? You want a beer? You can't. You're not 21. I know. Isn't that upsetting? You guys want to see a cat? You guys want to see Maggie? And hear her meows? Jeez. I can't even see how that looks right now. You guys see that well enough? Yeah. Okay, and then that should focus, and we're good. Okay, cool. Meow. Hi. Look, chicken. You love chicken. I know. What is all this? What is all this, huh? Want to smell it? Please don't eat it. You want down? Actually, she seems to be enjoying her time. Yeah? I know, what is that? I know, okay, don't eat it. No eating it, okay? You want down? Yeah? Okay. Yes? Okay, did you want up again? She's yelling at me. You don't get to eat that. You don't get to eat that. Carbs are important. No, she's actually really picky. Like, she is ridiculously picky. Like, she will basically only eat tuna as fish. Certain kinds of salmon sometimes, but like whitefish and other stuff she won't really like. And then even when it comes to like chicken, right? She's like, you saw she didn't really sniff this chicken very much. But she just like, she loves fried chicken. Specifically, she loves fried chicken specifically, like Popeyes for whatever reason. And she'll like try to steal it from the bowl and stuff. And like one day we found like she like actually like dug in the trash to like find one of the bones and like chew on it. Cause like we heard her coughing and we're like, oh no, do we need to take her to the vet? And it turns out she just dug out a spicy chicken bone and was trying to eat it. And she was coughing because it was spicy. Right? Yeah? What? Maggie, I'm trying to record here. I'm trying to record here. What? I'm following. I'm following. What do you want? I'm following. What? What do you want? You don't know? Yeah, I know you don't know. Okay, let's get back to it. Where was I? Okay, cool. So I got these. So that's B-roll. Cool. All of this goes into this. All of this goes into a packet of Vite Ramen. Plus, all of this goes into a packet of Vite Ramen, plus additional vitamins and minerals that your body needs. I gotta get back to lurking and working. Yeah, good luck. I too am behind, so. All right, back to the YouTube voice. All of this goes into a packet of this. All of this goes into a packet of Vite Ramen. Real dehydrated pork, real dehydrated chicken, onion, thyme, garlic, ginger, parsley, pepper. What other ramen has that? Plus, and we have so much collagen, and we have so much collagen and gelatin in it, and we have so much collagen and gelatin, and we have so much collagen and gelatin, and we have so much collagen and gelatin in it that, fuck. One sec. And we have so much collagen and gelatin in it that it will gel up. And we have so much collagen and gelatin in it that it will gel up even at room temperature because it has just that much collagen, gelatin, and protein in the broth. That's something you won't find in any other ramen. Not only that, but we have 27 vitamins and minerals, all the essential vitamins and minerals that your body needs. Not only that, but we have fuck. Fuck. Not only that, but we have all 27 vitamins and minerals in this packet that your body needs, all within the noodle and broth itself. So you don't gotta. So like, yeah, technically you. So yeah, I guess technically if you don't like eating vegetables and stuff, like you could just eat this. I'm not saying don't eat your vegetables, but like, you know, it does technically have more vitamins and minerals than most of the meals that you're gonna have, and it has as much fiber as 2 cups of broccoli. It has 6 grams. It has 6 grams of prebiotic fiber in it. It has 6 grams of prebiotic fiber in it, which helps you be regular and not fight wars in the bathroom. So, all of that goes into this. All that gets dehydrated and goes into this. We also have a little sachet of aroma oil. We also have a little sachet for aroma oil to give you a really nice. We also have a little sachet of aroma oil in most. We also have a little sachet of aroma oil. We also have a little sachet of caramelized garlic oil in here to give that. We also have a little. Fuck. The live stream thing isn't working, guys. I'm still doing better than usual, so I'll take it. We also have a little sachet of. We also have a little sachet of aroma. We also have a little sachet of caramelized. Fuck. We also have a little sachet of caramelized. We also have a little sachet of aroma oil, caramelized garlic oil that you'll be able to put on top of your noodles to make it taste even more delicious. Because this was developed by me. Because this ramen was developed by. Because this ramen was developed. Fuck. Because this ramen was developed by. Because this ramen was developed. Ah, fuck, dude. Because this ramen was developed by a former Michelin star cook. Which is me. That's me. I used to cook in Michelin star restaurants, and I brought all of that, and I brought all of the knowledge about flavor, and I brought all the knowledge about flavor and cooking into, and I brought all the knowledge about, and I brought all the knowledge about flavor and cooking. Fuck. You see what I mean? And I brought all the knowledge about flavor and cooking into these packets so it can be ridiculously delicious and be so good for you. And be nutritionally complete, because all the other ramen that you might have seen out there, which are like, oh, high protein, this or that, all they got is protein and honestly kind of a shitty texture, but don't quote me on that one. I mean, I actually do, but seriously, has anyone tried Imi? Like, has anyone tried Imi? It's, oh, like, that's what you get. That's the texture you get when you just, you just venture capital everything. You get rubber bands. I don't know how they did it. Honestly, I have to commend their food scientists and like how they did their R&D, because it has this really authentic, realistic experience of chewing on rubber bands. It has that, like weird off flavor. It has like the aromas, like really good, guys. Like honestly, hats off to you for being able to imitate rubber bands so well. It's great. But also, I'm not into eating rubber bands, so yeah. Shit, what else was I gonna do? Real dehydrated ingredients, and all of this is made right here in the USA. And all this is made right here in the USA by us, with a facility that we built from the ground up ourselves, with machines that I still go and maintain, which, the stupid start button broke the other week and I had to go and fix that, which was like, it was half the button. Half the button broke down our entire factory for half a day. It's like, what? Anyway. I was smelling the chicken ramen and got confused by teenagers. No, you got smell-o-vision going on. We actually, you're joining the stream and you're actually getting to see our new technology that we've just deployed in secret as a test for you exclusively on this stream. Smell-o-vision. It's a little messed up right now because I'm showcasing the garlic pork tonkotsu. I think we might have piped out the roasted soy sauce chicken to you, but enjoy. Yeah. So, yeah, that's garlic pork tonkotsu. And we make this ourselves. I do the R&D. We constantly try to make everything better. And we're always trying to constantly make everything better. That's why we have patch notes. We literally have patch notes for the ramen, because have you ever had a food or something that you really enjoyed and then you swear to God they changed the formula and they're like, no, we didn't. We didn't change anything. And you're like, no, you did. You definitely did. And they just don't want to tell you. We will tell you. We will be super transparent. You can go look at all of our patch notes on the screen somewhere here that I might put a link or like, a website. But you can actually go look at our patch notes and our rationale behind every single little change from everything. It's not just the ingredients and how we use it, it's how we even do the noodles, how we put them together. Like mini patch notes where we talk about things like how we're doing the flour or the shape of the noodle brick, or bigger changes about how we do the nutrients, because nutrient selection actually matters as well. Bioavailable nutrients, there are so many different kinds out there. Some taste like really, really bad. L-selethineamine, which is one of the essential ingredients that we actually took out of the previous version and put in selenium glycinate instead. That was because the smell and flavor was really bad to a very small percentage of the population. You either had this gene or you didn't. It's kind of like if you like cilantro or hate cilantro. But once we identified it, we went to go change it because we wanted all the nutrition, but still have great flavor and taste. We're passionately obsessed with doing things the right way. And we don't always get it right, but we try. No one's perfect, and we're always trying to improve little by little, piece by piece, and time by time. We're not, like, there are gonna be some people out there who are like, yeah, they're like trying to rip you off or scam you. It's like, man, I'm just trying to do the right thing. I'm one person. I can't control it when UPS tries to do things, or we have international conflicts or things like that. And we're always gonna try our best. We'll mess up sometimes, a lot, because turns out making your own factory and making a high protein, nutritionally complete ramen with every single vitamin and mineral, with all the fiber that you need for a meal, it's hard. All of this is really hard. But we're still gonna try and get it right, and we're still gonna try and do things the right way, because we don't have investors. We don't have people going, hey, we are going to try to make as much money as possible, and then cut corners because of that. Because the moment you get venture capital in, the moment you get those investors in, they want that return. They're looking for that return, and they're going to start cutting corners. They're going to start going, well, you don't need to treat your employees that well. Maybe these ingredients are a little too high quality. Maybe we should, we can place this with something a little cheaper. Do they really need that nutrient? Is anyone really gonna know if selenium is gone from your formulation? No. Reasonably, do you even know what selenium is as a nutrient that your body needs? Probably not. So if I took it out to save costs, would I be saving money? Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? When you eat it, your body's gonna know, right? Your body's gonna know, and so we put it in because it is necessary, because it matters. And so if you don't, and so that's what we try to do each and every single time, and try to make it better and better and better and better. Whew. Yeah. And that, oh man, I need to take a drink. Whew, gotta hydrate. Beer. Everything from flavor changes, everything from flavor to packaging to whatever, we'll all try to be transparent and talk to you about it. You wanna talk to us directly? I'm always in the Discord. As much as I can be while I, do everything. But you can always come to the Discord and ask us questions. Did I cover everything? I feel like that's definitely an ad right there, right? Like there we go. But I'm sweating. I was a little too energetic there. Now I am sweating. Woo. And yes, in case you were wondering, I am neurodivergent. I am ADHD and autistic. And someone's gonna be in the comments going, I think this guy's a little weird. He might not be normal. You think? Because you don't do this, and you don't get so obsessed about making it right unless you're neurodivergent. You go deep. To get this deep about it, to get this obsessed about it, you gotta be a little bit on the spectrum. Fortunately for you, who's gonna be consuming this, hopefully and purchasing, I'm not just a little. I go way deep in this. Like, whatever cut you're going to see of this is gonna be very short compared to the long ass rant that we're actually having, because I'm on 2 hours already of this, and I've gone through one flavor. I haven't even started talking about how this flavor is developed and how we got from 1.0 all the way to over here, and our adventures in LA and how I learned to do all this. I did not have food manufacturing experience to begin with. And I learned it all on YouTube and asking people and doing all kinds of other stuff. we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Whew. All right. So like the interesting thing that is, if you notice there, I didn't do the stuttering, the clustering, and things like that. The more ranty and loud I get about that, the more it forces that subconscious side which wants to do it in a certain way, like back and away, which is why I tend to get loud and that sort of stuff, because it prevents me from clustering or repeating things like you guys saw. So, whew. I have subs I had to reactivate because of them, yeah. Whew. Man, I think I'm glad we were able to get the ramen or the yuzu stuff again. Like at one point I remember at one point it was like a little harder to get, but oof. Yeah, honestly, like that is one of the things, right? So I'll talk a little bit about this because I did say I would talk about it. One of the things that you might see all the time is like, hey Tim, why is Vite Ramen stuff always late? Also, hey Tim, why is Vite Ramen always in bad luck? Are you guys just making stuff up? Are you just making excuses everywhere? No, let me explain why. Because the thing is, most brands are a brand. Okay, that's a tautology, but bear with me, okay? A brand is mostly product design and marketing. So most people will have a website and they'll run the website. They'll design the product and they'll ask a manufacturer to make the thing for them. And then when it comes to fulfillment, they're not the ones personally doing the fulfillment themselves, especially when you scale up. You'll engage what's called a 3PL, a third-party logistics, for this kind of stuff. They'll do the fulfillment for you and you pay them. We do everything ourselves. We do our own fulfillment, we have our own warehouse, we have our own factory. And this means that we are vertically integrated. What vertically integrated means is that we control a lot of the steps of the chain, which does fundamentally make things a lot cheaper, which the thing is, if you're looking at all of these ingredients over here, to put that all into a packet and to do all of that sort of stuff, it's really expensive. If we were not vertically integrated, our ramen would be closer to like $15 to $20. Because of all the additional margins that other people would take. But because we do it ourselves, and honestly, I'm gonna brag a little bit because I never get to brag about this, but I'm really, really good at operational efficiency. Like I've designed our system, I've designed our noodle making system to be able to run with just a single person. Our entire factory can run with just a single person if need be. Or two, or three. It is infinitely scalable and modular at the same time. This means lower downtime, and this means increased efficiency as we scale up in the amount of people who are there. And, oh man, I had something else. Shit, there was something I wanted to, fuck, okay, whatever. Yeah, and this is like one of those things where, because of that, we're able to make the product higher quality. Because of that, we're able to do more. But when it comes to vertical integration, that also means when it comes to vertical integration, that also does mean that we are at risk of more things. If you are just a brand and you get hit by and there's a box shortage, you might not really have a problem with that because your 3PL will absorb it. They will fix that problem because they have a contract to fix that for you. But for us, that is something that we have to do ourselves. Similarly, because we do the ramen ourselves, we make the noodles. When we source all of these ingredients, which there's a lot of ingredients, and all of those expensive and like, difficult to acquire nutrients that, the bioavailable ones, the high quality ones. We're not feeding you magnesium oxide and just being like, here, have some metal, just chew on some metal, you'll be fine. No, we get you the bioavailable forms, meaning that it actually absorbs into your body. Now, that does mean we are vulnerable from many points. If our nutrients has some kind of delay, there's some kind of problem in the nutrient supply chain, we're affected. If the noodle chain has a problem, we're affected. If even fulfillment boxes were affected. If our local post office has a labor shortage, which has happened, we're affected. If there's a global international problem, then our international shipments also get affected. And that's just the food side. That is just our ramen. Beyond that, we have our merch. And the thing is, our merch, we don't want to just put, like, a lot of merch you've seen out there. A lot of VTuber merch is like, all right, here's an existing thing, slap a piece of existing artwork onto it, we're good to go. Buy it. Acrylic stand, 20 bucks. Okay, which is fine, but like, that has very high margins and is very easy to produce for a reason. And even then, you can face a lot of issues in trying to fulfill it and do that sort of stuff. But when we're doing this kind of stuff, when we're doing like, custom designed knives, this is not a knife. This is not a knife that just comes off the line. This is not just like, oh yeah, this is just like, it exists and then you just slap a logo on it. All of our merch, like, even all of this stuff back here, like even the stand, right? The stand, the knives, the honing rod, these cutting boards, they're custom made, custom designed, and that means custom tooling, custom operations, custom processes, and every single time we have to figure that out with the manufacturer. And when we design these things, we also understand that, and when we design these things, we don't try to charge as much money as possible. I personally want to see as many people use our stuff as possible. I really like that. One of the greatest joys in my life is when I get to see posts of like, oh my God, I designed that. That came out of our warehouse. I saw that getting boxed, or I boxed that, and now I'm seeing it on the internet from someone like thousands of miles away. Like, I know a lot of people haven't seen that feeling, but it is the most incredible feeling. It feels so surreal to have things that you created, you designed, be in the hands of so many people all across the world. And for them to be using it, enjoying it, and to know that, wow, yeah, no, like, this guy just like prepared dinner with that, and they just showed that. Or like, someone like had a really hard day and then they're like, yeah, Ramen saved my ass. I was actually able to get good nutrition and I actually felt good the next day because I ate that instead of, relying on a fistful of cereal and Doritos again. And I know a lot of people will be like, your prices are high. And it's like, yeah, no, we're a small business with custom design. When you have like the acrylic stands, when you have all the stuff that is, already ready to go, it's a very simple process. But we're not only paying for the artwork, and we're not only paying for additional artwork and processes and hitting the minimum order quantities and that sort of stuff, but like we're even getting it to you cheaper than it could otherwise be gotten, because like I don't pay myself for the designing. Yeah, there is no designer fee. So when I'm going back and forth and I'm doing all the prototyping, I'm doing all of the designing back and forth, I'm figuring out what materials go into it, what works, what doesn't, what is going to significantly increase complexities, and how to honor the partners and VTubers lore and fans and doing all the research. Oh my God, I do so much research. Every single time we work with a partner, there's so many pages of documents of things that I've pulled in order to be able to, in order to try and deliver content, videos, animations, all that sort of stuff that honors the VTuber, the merch, and everything that their fans enjoy. We don't have to. If we just release the merch as is, it would sell probably nearly as well, honestly. And that is what most people do. But we spend all of that time and money creating sets, writing. I do all the writing, I do the editing. We now have a full 3D animator and special effects guy on our team. And that's because I want to show the passion. I don't want the merch to be taking away from the goodwill that has been built up. I want it to build up and be more for the VTuber, for our partners. And so when we do all this custom stuff, not only do we already have all of these vulnerabilities from having a more complex vertical chain because we do so many things ourselves, but now you have to look at, if you look at, say, Takanashi Kiara, now we're affected by wood supply for the cutting boards, copper supply, the oldest complaint in the world, copper supply, because that's what goes into the copper Damascus. Now we're also going to be affected by potential box misprints. Everything that we make, when it all comes, we're ambitious in what we want to do in making it all as high quality as we can to put as much thought and detail into it as possible. And that does come with caveats. When you have the triangle, right? You have the triangle. I can probably draw this in After Effects or whatever. You have the triangle. You have good, you have cheap, you have fast. We tried to hit all three, but we want it to be good above all. We want it to be high quality. We want it to be something that you actually remember, that you don't just get it and then you're like, what is this? This is cheap. It feels like a ripoff. It feels like I didn't get value from it. It feels like this is just garbage. That is the worst feeling in the world, honestly. Okay, it's not the worst feeling in the world, but that is a terrible feeling. And I don't want people to experience that. So yeah, we hit delays because I would rather hit delays and make sure that things are right than to just push things out to make a quick buck. And in that regard as well, for instance, for all the Takanashi Kiara stuff that is going slowly out to international people, which, there's all these problems with international things, and there's this whole other thing going on with our shipping supplier that I can't really talk about, unfortunately. But we want to do things right. Because honestly, if we wanted to, we could probably slip under the radar and do certain things, I'm not going to say, in order to get things through faster. And a lot of businesses do. Most small businesses in this space do. But I want to do things the right way. I want to do things the way that it should be done. And so we fill out all the forms. We go through all the customs. We do everything the way that it's supposed to be done. And that slows things down. That makes it more difficult, and that causes all these delays. Because even giant billion-dollar companies struggle with these things, and we're trying to do it. We have 11 people, including our full-time factory. I do so many of those things myself about the design and procurement and everything surrounding it. And when one thing goes wrong, if we're trying to ship a set of merchandise and it has the ramen, it has a knife, it has a cutting board, it has all these different things. One thing goes wrong in any of those supply chains, the entire thing gets delayed. And then you have the question, do you then ship out the individual items to the people who only bought individual items? Because for me, I think that would feel really bad. Imagine you're someone who bought a $200 plus knife, a $150 cutting board, plus a bunch of other stuff. You spent like $500 on knives, cutting boards, ramen, merch, all that sort of stuff. And then someone who only got the knife gets the knife before you, 6 months beforehand. How would you feel? But this one other thing, this tiny little thing, just the packaging, for instance, on one of the other items, faced a huge problem of some sort, so we couldn't ship. Or, a good example, the Iris soda. Did you know that the cans, the supply of aluminum cans of all things, from the largest supplier, Ball, is gone. It's sold out for 2026. What do we do about that? What? or Tomoe's whey protein? We sent out an email about that too. When we envisioned the project and when we did it, we had our supplier. We had a really good supplier. We'd been talking with them for a very long time. And we launched the campaign, it was great. And when we were getting ready to buy, we got an email. And they went, hey, sorry, we're out of whey protein until 2027. What? Because GLP-1, and funnily enough, both the soda, the cans from Ball and Tomoe are the same problem. GLP-1s and the rise of GLP-1s has created a huge glut of demand for protein products. That's good on the ramen side because, you know, it's protein, but it's created a huge shift in demand of certain things. The easiest way to make protein products that most companies have done is to can it. And can it with a certain kind of clarified whey protein that has become more and more popular. The big companies, back in 2025, in the second half of 2025, bought out all the supply of cans and whey protein from under basically everyone. People like Nestle, people like Nestle, people like oh man, my mind is blanking on the big incumbents, but you know, like those big companies. And so, what can we do? I still want it to be high quality. And fundamentally, like I can't lose money on it, which I want to point out. Do you know how much money it takes to ship one order, a single international order of the Mirage bundle right now for the Kiara stuff? It costs anywhere from $200 to $300. We are losing money on every single one because of how high the shipping costs, tariffs, and oil, and all the other stuff has gotten. But I want to do things the right way. So I'm not going to charge people anymore, not a cent more. Because I've also had stuff that has just been stuck. I still have not been able to pay for my Drawn to Dawn stuff. I went to Drawn to Dawn, the concert, the duo live with Ina and Kiara, and I couldn't get it in time because they needed a huge amount of additional shipping to send it out. And that was an awful feeling. And I don't want that to happen to people who have bought our stuff. So we're just going to eat the cost. We're just going to slowly try and get them out little by little as we can without going bankrupt because of it. And hope things don't keep going up. I guess we can ask and see if people want to pay for it, but like, it's, you know, it kind of sucks. That is why we have, that is why I think a lot of our stuff has been slowed down, because unfortunately we are affected by all of these things that happen in the industries. It's very difficult. It is extraordinarily difficult to make high quality things and to not be affected by all of these. Fundamentally, right, high quality things just have less supply. That's just how it goes. Because another thing is, another thing is, technically speaking, there is really, really bad, low quality whey protein that we could get. At honestly kind of an insane price for it. And like concentrates and things like that. But then people would, I am scarred by whey protein. When I first started working out and doing that sort of stuff, I bought the cheapest whey protein I could. And whey protein is like the thing I hate most to this day because of that. I cannot stand the aftertaste. Pretty sure I could get that low quality of protein, but I don't want to do that. I really don't. That is not what we designed. I put a ton of effort into making that flavor good. I hate whey protein, right? I absolutely despise whey protein. And the Tomoe whey protein, oh my God, I will actually just like drink that. It just tastes good because it's a really fantastically bright green apple flavor. And the kind of protein that we chose does not have much of an aftertaste. The kind of malic acid formulation that we figured out for this gets rid of that aftertaste completely. But yeah. So yeah, that's a little bit of rant on how and why those supply chains, what happens with those supply chains, I guess. Because yeah, fundamentally, we want to do the right thing. We want to try and get you the best quality thing, the things that, oh God, I gotta spray all this stuff again. And it's getting dry. So yeah, that's that is how it goes. The pork is probably ready now, huh? Pork probably ready now. Let me go get that real quick. Ah. Let me move all this. Then double check my camera angles. Yeah, right? Which, Earl, have you ever had whey protein concentrate? Like the, because like there's a couple different processing methods, but the certain kinds of processing methods for the concentrate that we've been offered. I should buy one for you. I should buy one for you and make you try it. Okay, needs a little bit more time. Those were really hot bowls, I guess. It's fine. Okay.